A very happy morning to all of you. As the second midterm exams are scheduled in the next week, you all must be preparing for midterm with great zeal and focused approach. Good luck for your preparation. Today, I welcome you all in e-lecture 13. Dear students, let us learn about one of your prized resources, an essential thing for existence of living being, and that is none other than water. So, what is water pollution? The contamination of water bodies such as rivers, lakes, etc., due to several contaminants being discharged in them directly or indirectly is known as water pollution. Or, in other terms, water pollution may be defined as alteration in physical, chemical, and biological characteristics of water, which may cause harmful effects on human and aquatic life. Water pollution occurs when harmful and toxic substances, chemicals, etc. enters water bodies such as rivers, seas, ponds, oceans and so on, gets dissolved in them, lies suspended in the water or gets deposited on the bed, resulting in the degradation of the quality of water. This not only causes harm to our aquatic ecosystem, but the pollutants also reach groundwater, which might end up in our houses as contaminated water we use in our daily activities. Water pollution accounted for the death of 1.8 million people in 2015. An estimated 580 people in India die of water pollution related illness every day. So just think how serious it is. According to organization Global Oceanic Environmental Survey GOES, water pollution is one of the main environmental problems that can present a danger for the existence of life on earth in next decades. Now, the pollution is of two types. One is point source pollution, and one is non point source pollution. If the pollution comes from a single source, such as an oil spill, it is called as point source pollution. And if the pollution comes from many sources, it is called non point source pollution. Now we discuss about types of water pollution. So there are three main types: surface water pollution, groundwater pollution, and marine water pollution. Surface water pollution is the pollution of aquatic systems that are above ground, such as streams, lakes, and rivers. These waters becomes polluted when rainwater runoff carries pollutants into the water. This then leads to less oxygen production, which causes harm to oxygen breathing organisms in the water. Groundwater pollution, which is also called as groundwater contamination, occurs when pollutants are released to the ground and make their way down into groundwater. The pollutant often creates a contaminant plume within an aquifer. Movement of water and dispersion within the aquifer spreads the pollutant over a wider area. Marine water pollution occurs when harmful effects result from the entry into the ocean of chemicals, particles, industrial, agricultural, and residential waste. Plastic debris can absorb toxic chemicals from ocean pollution, potentially poisoning any creature that eats it. Now we discuss causes of water pollution. There are various causes of water pollution. One of them is eutrophication and water pollution. Eutrophication is when the environment becomes enriched with nutrients. This can be a problem in marine habitats such as lakes, as it can cause algal blooms. Fertilizers are often used in farming. Sometimes these fertilizers run off into nearby water, causing an increase in nutrient levels. This causes phytoplankton to grow and reproduces more rapidly, resulting in algal blooms. This algae may use up all the oxygen in the water, leaving none for other marine life. This results in the death of many aquatic organisms which need the oxygen in the water to live. The bloom of algae may also block sunlight from photosynthetic marine plants under the water surface. Some algae even produce toxins that are harmful to higher forms of life. This can cause problems along the food chain and affect any animal that feeds on them. The next cause is global warming and water pollution. The rise in the Earth's water temperature is caused by global warming. Global warming is a process where the average global temperature increases due to the greenhouse effect. The burning of fossil fuel releases greenhouse gases such as carbon dioxide into the atmosphere, and this causes heat from the sun to get trapped in the atmosphere, and consequently, the global temperature rises. We have discussed global warming in details in our previous lectures. An increase in water temperature can result in the death of many aquatic organisms and disrupt many marine habitats. For example, a rise in water temperature causes coral bleaching of reefs around the world. The next cause of water pollution is atmospheric water pollution. This is the pollution of water caused by air pollution. In the atmosphere, water particles mix with carbon dioxide, sulfur dioxide, and nitrogen oxides. This form a weak acid. Air pollution means that water vapor absorbs more of these gases and becomes even more acidic. When it rains, the water is polluted with these gases. This is called acid rain, and we also discussed acid rain in our previous lectures. When acid rain pollutes marine habitats such as rivers and lakes, aquatic life is harmed to a great extent. Now, one of the major causes of water pollution is industrial water pollution. It produces pollutants that are extremely harmful to people and the environment. The various pollutants from industrial resources include asbestos. This pollutant is a serious health hazard and carcinogenic. Asbestos fibers can be inhaled and causes illnesses such as asbestosis, lung cancer, intestinal cancer, and liver cancer. Lead. Lead is a metallic element and can cause health and environmental problems. It is a non biodegradable substance, so it's hard to clean up once the environment is contaminated. Lead is harmful to the health of many animals, including humans, as it can inhibit the actions of bodily enzymes. Mercury is a metallic element and can cause health and environmental problems. It's a non biodegradable substance, so it's hard to clean up once the environment is contaminated, as same as a lead is. Nitrates. The increased use of fertilizers means that nitrates are more often being washed from the soil and into rivers and lakes. This can cause eutrophication, which can be very problematic to marine environment. Phosphates. The increased use of fertilizers means that phosphates are more often being washed from the soil and into rivers and lakes. This can cause eutrophication again, which can be problematic. Oil. Oil does not dissolve in water. Instead, it forms a thick layer on the water surface. This can stop marine plants receiving enough light for photosynthesis. It's also harmful for fish and marine birds. Next is oil pollution in water. Oceans are polluted by oil on a daily basis from oil spills, routine shipping, runoffs, and dumping. Oil spill causes a very localized problem but can be catastrophic to local marine wildlife such as fish, birds, and other ecosystems. Oil cannot dissolve in water and forms a thick sludge in the water. This suffocates fish, gets caught in the feathers of marine birds, stopping them from flying, and blocks light from photosynthetic aquatic plants. Next cause is nuclear waste. Nuclear waste is produced from industrial, medical, and scientific processes that use radioactive material. Nuclear waste can have detrimental effects on marine habitats. Nuclear waste comes from a number of sources. Operations conducted by nuclear power stations produce radioactive waste. Nuclear fuels reprocessing plants in northern Europe are the biggest source of man made nuclear waste in the surrounding ocean. Radioactive traces from these plants have been found as far away as Greenland. Mining and refining of uranium and thorium are also causes of marine nuclear waste, which causes water pollution. Underground is storage leakage. A tank or piping network that has at least 10% of its volume underground is known as underground storage tank. They often store substances such as petroleum that are harmful to the surrounding environment. Many underground storage tanks constructed before 1980 are made from steel pipes that are directly exposed to the environment. Over the time, the steel corrodes and causes leakage, affecting surrounding soil and groundwater. The next cause is marine dumping and water pollution. Dumping of litter in the sea can cause huge problems. Litter items such as six-pack ring packaging can get caught in marine animals and may result in death. Different items take different length of time to degrade in water. A cardboard takes 2 weeks to degrade, newspaper takes 6 weeks to degrade, photodegradable packaging takes 6 weeks to degrade, foam takes 50 years to degrade, styrofoam takes 80 years to degrade, aluminium takes 200 years to degrade. Plastic packaging takes 400 years to degrade. Glass, it takes so long to degrade that we don't know the exact time. So we should be very serious when we dump some little packagings into the water. Sewage and wastewater pollution. How it creates water pollution? Domestic, household, industrial, and agricultural practices produce wastewater that can cause pollution of many lakes and rivers. Sewage is a term used for wastewater that often contain feces, urine, and laundry waste. There are billions of people on earth, so treating sewage is a big priority. Sewage disposal is a major problem in developing countries as many people in those areas don't have access to sanitary conditions and clean water. Untreated sewage water in such areas can contaminate the environment and causes diseases such as diarrhea. So this was all about today's e-lecture. Thank you so much. Happy learning.